Yo, what's up, guys? Go for Broke here, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to download NullDC Bear. A lot of people like to call it Bear. A little insight about Bear itself is that Bear is a client, is not an emulator. So a lot of people might say, which one is better, Bear or NullDC? So just so you guys know that NullDC is the emulator itself, and Bear is the client. Again, pretty simple. Uh, what Bear does is that it reads the file of NodeDC. So basically, Bear is a big client, and we need a program to run the game. So in this case, this is where NodeDC steps in. NodeDC is an open source, so therefore the person that created Bear is able to create custom stuff to it. He added replay, he added spectator. Spectator is not live unless you join the room instantly after they host. So if you join someone's game and you're trying to spectate, you're not going to see the current match. You're going to see the beginning of the match they played until they're done playing. So they could be playing for 2 hours. You're going to see a 2 hours fight unless there's a little hiccup and the file gets corrupted. I still haven't worked on how the whole spectator works, but based on what I've seen is that yes, it reads a file. So it basically is encrypting little code, so you can see. So the program will read what the people are doing. So basically, it's not a live feed. So don't think like, oh shit, this is happening right now. It's no, unless you join the moment they host, then you'll see it live. You'll be like maybe 10, 20 seconds behind. But if you join Bear lobby and you click on someone's game and you try to spectate, and they've been playing for hours, you're gonna see the beginning of the match until they're done playing. So that's how the replay works, or the spectator. The replay is basically it's between you and the player that you just got done playing. You guys will be able to watch your replays, and maybe record it or maybe share it with someone, and they can also open that file on their end and say, okay, this is what you did wrong, this is what you can improve on. So those are the two benefits of Bear itself, which is good in my opinion. Unlike Fightcade, there's no spectator. Another good thing about Bear itself is that Bear is it 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 has a better network, or not a network, but it has a better net code. It still is using delayed input, unfortunately. So therefore, like, two players needs to have a good internet between each other. So if you're gonna go against someone from the West Coast and you're from the East Coast, do expect to have a 3+ input delay, unless both player has amazing internet. Then you guys will be able to play at 2 input delay, which is really good. One will be basically offline. Unfortunately, there's no 0, but though number 1 is basically you're playing pretty smooth. Now, when it comes to running the program NullDC, do keep in mind this is old. This came out in 2011. That was the last build. So like, you don't need to have a high end computer to play it. But if you decide to stream, you decide to have some other stuff going on in the background, then that's when you're actually gonna need some good computer specs. So depending how you're gonna play this, if you're gonna play it without like doing stream and all that, then you can run a basic computer, but just have a minimum of 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm just gonna say that. I know that it doesn't use that much RAM, but with the generations and Windows 10 and whatever Windows you're running, it's gonna use a lot of resource in the background, so it's gonna cause the emulator itself to also lag a little bit. So we'll jump into that, but let's get into the download process, and we'll go step by step. So again, you're gonna need Radmin or RAdmin, however you guys like to call it. I like to call it Radmin VPN. All the links will be in the description, so you guys can click and download. So what you want to do is go to this, you download it, right? Now, this is the most important thing. So once you have downloaded Radmin and you want to open it up, so you're gonna get this is gonna be empty for you guys. You guys are not gonna have anything. So what you want to do is I'm gonna post some of these informations. These are case sensitive, so do make sure that you spell it with their uppercase, lowercase, depending how they typed it. So in this case, you know, HYPEBEAST, you got to make sure you type in uppercase. But what you do is, you know, you don't need an account or register. You just, it boots up and you're good to go. All you need to do is click network, join an existing network, or you can create your own network. And if you create your own network, you got to share it with other people that are going to be playing with you. That way, when it comes to Bear itself, it's going to read the lobby and who's in your server. So in this case, you're going to click join an existing network. You're gonna make sure you're on private network. In this case, you know, minus MVC2 FB, which is Facebook. So you're gonna type in MVC2 FB. The password is basic 123 123. You click join, boom, you're gonna get in. So what this does is gonna create all these people basically will be in your server. So if they load up Bear and I click the refresh, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit, they should appear in the lobby unless they don't have the application open. But once you have that installed and you join a network or you create your network, whichever you prefer, it's up to you. Minimize it. Don't exit out. Don't close it. Just minimize it. The next thing is you're going to download Bear. All right. You're going to click NullDC.bear.exe. Click download. It's going to take you, it's going to download. And what you really want to do after that is I created a folder over here. So we're just going to name this, you know, Bear example. Okay. I create that. I open this. And then the file that I downloaded, which is again NullDC.bear.exe, I drag it in here. All right. What you're gonna do is you're gonna double click this, and it's gonna say NullDC was not found in this folder. Install NullDC into this folder. Click yes. What this is gonna do is gonna create all the files, everything you need. All right. So it's gonna extract it. It's gonna download. And it's gonna update. There was an update for DC, so we're gonna be able to play DC. All right. So as you can see, because I'm in multiple server, people are gonna populate on my end. You know, you get to see the ping. You might see yours as 0. This is me right now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click options, and you're gonna put your name in here. You know, unfortunately, you don't register or anything like that, so you could probably be some impersonator or whatever you want to be. IFC go for broke. NullDC port, you leave it as it is. Allow spectators, you can either say yes or no. Volume.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
You'll hear that when somebody challenge you.
Here comes a new challenger.
And you click control. Control's pretty basic. Up, down, left, right. And he updated. Back then it was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now he has, you know, the Xbox version. So in Marvel 2, this is 1 is light punch, 2 is high punch, 3 is your sys 1, 4 is low kick, 5 is high kick, and 6 is your sys 2. And then you need start and coin. I really don't like the fact that he can allow basically macro. I think he named it micros, but it's macro where you can have one button dash. You guys know, if you guys want to be shitty, whatnot. Once you click done, save, so your name will be updated now. The next thing you want to do is click free DLC. So what you want to do is click on that. Right? You're gonna click that, and then you're gonna click down. You're gonna look for Marvel 2 unlocked. So I think I just alright. So you just click download. What this is gonna do is it's gonna download the LST file for you. You don't have to go to a website. It's already gonna download for you. Most of these should download automatically, depending where he direct them to the download source. So once it's downloaded, what you want to do is you're gonna click play offline. So because I already have already a folder created, I'm gonna go to mine. I'm just gonna delete all this right now. Need this anymore. So desktop. Go to Bear Improvement. That's my folder. So Bear updating. I think he added something else, but I'll just continue. You might get that. Don't worry about it. Nothing happens. Still gonna run smooth. All right. So there it is. See, I'm right here. All right. So click play offline. Let me connect my stick to computer. All right. Make sure you have your all drivers installed in order for it to work, or else you're gonna be stuck. All right, play offline. You're gonna get a little list of ROMs depending on what you downloaded. I'll show you guys in a bit. The DC, that's Dreamcast, and don't worry about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll explain all that in a bit. But you'll select Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Unlock NA, which is basically Naomi. That's what it stands for. You can choose what region you want to play. You can either select Japan, USA, or Euro. For those who are like, I don't know what assist is what, it's best that you choose USA. So we'll start it. I'll go I'm gonna go maximum screen. All right. So, everything is gonna be unlocked for you guys. There will be some audio glitches, so that doesn't mean the game is broken or anything like that. It can get annoying, but again, NullDC hasn't been updated since 2011. You gotta make sure that the window itself is highlighted, so if you click somewhere else, it's not gonna respond.
Capcom presents.
So I gotta add coins. Press start. Now I'm gonna go. You can do the switch flish only once if you win. So in this case, Magneto will swap out. And this is a custom color, so don't expect for you guys to have. You guys will have the default color. Yeah. So like here's an example. Anything with beams will have a little audio glitch. So like, not that one, but this will have a little glitch sound. You hear that? In order for you to cancel it, you need to get another audio sound that will cancel that. Most likely, it's only like photon cannon, shockwave, and I think optic blast will have that little sound issue. now that you're, that's how you get around. And you know, you can press the buttons, make sure they're working, of course. So yeah, now I'm gonna teach you guys how to do Dreamcast. Alright, so the Dreamcast is a little, either you're gonna have to download it for someone that has a copy of the file, or you can download the default one. So what this means is that, again, you're gonna click on free DLC and you're gonna go to Dreamcast, and you're gonna click here to get games. NullDC requires CDI files. Please only get the CDI files. So you click on there, it's gonna take you to the website. It's gonna take you to these ROM website. So I'm not gonna click on these, of course. So I'm not gonna link it either. So again, you're just gonna have to click on that. Once it does that, it's gonna create a folder for you, right? Click open Dreamcast folder, or like I said, once you click on download or whatever, it's gonna create a DC folder for you, right? And then it's gonna create the ROMs folder for you as well. And all these, you gotta make sure you have all this as well, right? This is in order for you to get Dreamcast up and running. If you don't have these, it's not gonna work. So I have a couple mixes, of course. I have my own mix. I have Blue Jay, rest in peace, brother. And then the way this works, all right. Now, in order for you guys to play mixes, both of you guys need to have the same file name. You guys can have different mixes, different colors. You know, you guys can have, one player can have no songs, the other player can have default songs, or vice versa, whatever you guys want to do. As long as you guys name the file. So if I was going to play against someone and we want to use Dreamcast, we got to make sure it's called something basic. I normally name it basic 1 2 3 4 5. And yeah, so the next step is you open Bear again, test it out, click play offline, and you click this one. Click, it doesn't, you don't have to worry about this at all. Again, this is Dreamcast version, so this doesn't really matter. But let's go. Full screen. Boom. Instantly. And this is like Dreamcast itself, so you can keep pressing start until you get to the option. And the good thing about this is that you can play training offline, online, basically, with your friend. You guys can now play offline training mode. Double sent to now. But yeah, so this is how you get the Dreamcast up and running. And here's a little test. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's pretty basic, it's straightforward, to the point. You don't have to configure anything. You might have to mess with a little settings, but that depends on your computer overall. Mine runs smooth. There's no lag. If you guys want to know what your frames per second it is, you're gonna go to options, and you're gonna go to, I think it's power VR, and you're gonna click, show FPS. It should stay within like 55 to 72 or so. You guys can change. You guys are running old school computers, a decent. Make sure that you guys do not play in full screen. Just make sure you guys are on window mode, basically this mode. And yeah, so and I'll show you guys the replays as well. Let's go to the replays. Unfortunately, replays in spectator does not work for Dreamcast, only right now for arcade mode. So what you want to do is go to replays, make sure it's on if you wish to record. If you don't want to record, just turn it on or turn it off by pressing on it. So these are the matches that I played with and whatnot. You know, it tells me who's player 1, who's player 2. That way people don't bullshit and say, oh, I was player 1, when in reality you were player 2. So like you know, this is me and Duck. You know, we were in delayed input 3. So all you do is click play and it's gonna boot up. I don't have to do anything. I just let the magic do the magic do the work. So we'll see how it goes. Of course, he chose the US version, so that's why you're gonna see this color. Marvel Capcom 2. You know, he decided to run scrub against me. He didn't want to pick his main team, but you know, like I said, this is a replay of our match. But yeah, so pretty much, you know, like I said, it's pretty basic. Hopefully this helps out. Again, I'm gonna have all the descriptions, the links. That way you guys can start playing NullDC. And I'll have the Patreon to his support, so you guys can support him. Maybe sign up for exclusive content from him. You know, access to early beta that he might be improving. So yeah. Support him, just like he's over here putting the effort for Marvel 2, for SNK, if you guys love SNK as well, or any other games when it comes to Dreamcast. So, yeah, hopefully this helps out, and go for broke, and I'm out.